between us is her website. So
Okay.
thanks for joining us. I look forward to this. It's been a while. We've been talking about it for a while, and we had to keep pushing it back. So I'm glad we're finally able to do this.
Yeah, me too. Hi to everybody. I don't spend too much time in live streams, but I did log in a bit earlier today just to sort of observe everybody's interaction and how it works, and I find it all really interesting. And I apologise everyone, I've got a bit of a cold, so I probably sound slightly froggish, but I'm trying to see the chat as well. For some reason it's not letting me log on right now. I don't know why.
Just let it
It did.
sit. It'll load you in eventually. Their servers have been very slow. They've got like League of Legends tournaments and like PAX East is going on, so their servers are like freaking out, and so they might not work sometimes.
Okay,
So
no problem.
give it a while.
Cool. So how's it going? How long have you been streaming so far today?
Today, 5-ish hours. Nothing too major. If
Okay.
there's nothing really to stream, we don't stream a whole lot, and people get angry when I'm not streaming. Apparently.
People get angry. Okay. What's the worst comment that you've received
Oh, I don't know.
since you started streaming?
I usually don't pay attention to them anyways, and I ban them and then I troll them back. So I don't, take it too
Okay.
close to heart.
So, well, when you ban and troll someone though, what's the criteria for them being eliminated from your channel?
Whatever makes me feel good. I think we don't have any real set rules other than don't be an idiot, and that kind of falls into the clause of whatever the mods want to do.
Okay, that makes sense. Now you have, as you said, you have moderators. So what is their function?
To ban people.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's the only thing they do.
well, I mean, we've got a lot of people, Veiled and Ostux most recently, and a couple of other people that will come in and they'll post links and answer questions, and they'll really kind of take quite a bit of the workload off with kind of the repetitive questions that I end up answering 20 times in 5 minutes or so.
It's hard to know, isn't it, especially for viewers out there, if your question's been asked before. That's usually why I don't ask questions in big groups, because I don't want to look stupid. So I bet there's loads of people who have questions that don't dare ask because they don't want to seem stupid. So
Well, it's really hard. Like when we first started our stream, kind of the top priority was we want to interact with our viewers. There's a lot of MMO streams out there, and they just kind of play and they do their own thing and they mind their own business. And it's really bland and boring to go to a stream and go, this guy's playing a video game that I could be playing.
true.
He's not doing anything. You ask a question, maybe you'll get an answer to it. So it was kind of the goal of the stream was we want to we want to be able to answer questions as people have questions. We want to be kind of informative on boss strategies and things like that. And it was fine when we had 100, 150 people watching. And now like right now we've got 985 people. And once things really start to blow up, it's like, man, your stream chat goes by so fast. It's so hard to keep up with it. But that's still kind of the goal, is answer questions and keep up with people and really kind of try and interact a lot more with the stream than your typical streamer would.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've often thought what I would do if I was streaming, and I think obviously there's what I was observing when I logged in earlier was that there was actually a feeling of a bit of a community spirit. Obviously, there's some people who log in fairly regularly, and maybe they've kind of established a name for themselves. It's almost like you've established a little mini community within your stream. So, I mean, I don't know if your viewers agree with me, but I wonder if that's part of why they come back. It's an atmosphere that they enjoy. They obviously like interacting with you, but it's probably also the people in the room that they're chatting with, and which I really wish my chat screen would come up. It came up perfectly earlier.
Yeah, every once in a while it just takes a long time to load. It's very frustrating.
It's 7 hours later, so that's all right. I can't see anyone making any cheeky comments, so
Yeah,
that's
you're not
okay.
missing much right now. It's okay.
All right, okay. And I have it muted. I'm assuming that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You
Yeah,
get
because
terrible echo. You'd be
because
listening to
it's
yourself
weird.
talk.
I don't even like looking at my video footage, but I can see my Skype image and I can see my and there obviously is a time delay, so it's a bit
Yeah,
weird.
it's like 30, 45 seconds or something.
Okay. It's kind of weird though, because I see my facial reaction and I see it again. It's just I don't know how people can look at themselves all the time. So, but I'm probably one of those type of people who doesn't have a lot of mirrors around, and I'm just not that bothered. So I always find it a bit peculiar. I'm also the family member that usually manages to hide in the toilet when the family photos are being taken, which of course drives the rest of my family entirely insane. So tell me a bit about you. Like, are you studying right now, or what's your situation?
I'm not. I'm currently unemployed, and I'm not in school. I looked at a technical community college in the area, and I was actually, kind of in the process of looking at maybe getting a degree in computer programming or something to that degree. But with kind of how the streaming has really blown up and how people are liking that, and a lot of the comments, it's kind of like you take a step back and you kind of go, is that really what you want to do? Like if I could stream and save up money and then maybe go to college for communications and do radio style stuff would be, I think, apparently people think I should work in radio, so
Well, you've
why
developed a
not?
good voice for yourself, and you've set it up. So why not? Exactly. Yeah, it's funny how those things happen. Unexpectedly you fall into opportunities. So, and I think gaming is still so new, and with the technologies kind of expanding very quickly right now, there's new opportunities. So, I think it's entirely feasible, and why not? It's nice to hear people wanting to find ways to expand what they're doing as well, kind of putting together what they love to do with what they what they're able to do through professional endeavors and career choices as well. You mentioned that, I know, when we talked the last time about me doing a PhD around gaming, and specifically about World of Warcraft and raiding, and how amazing an opportunity that is. And it is, but I made that happen. I decided to do it. I pursued of course I had to have a good degree. I had to do well in undergraduate in order to do a PhD, so I'm not going to just let anybody do it. But it took a lot of hard work, but it was also me saying I really want to do this, and I think that's a big part of anything you do in life. You just make it happen. So, which is hard to do. I do admire that, actually. I'd say North Americans are very good examples of people who just seize what they want to do and really follow that. I know that's a bit cheesy, but having lived in both countries, living in America and having lived back in Europe as well, I think I can say that with some expertise. And I do think Americans have more of a go-get-'em kind of attitude culturally than other countries do. So, but yeah, cool. I hope to hear good things about that. So
We'll see where it leads. Kind of in limbo, and I'm kind of enjoying the freedom of being able to wake up, turn a stream on, and play a video game and actually make. We're not making Towley style numbers. He's another streamer. He's like the #1 World of Warcraft streamer right now, and he's making 80,000 a year or something ridiculous off of. Essentially, it's just people go playing a video game. Obviously, there's a lot more involved than just turning on your computer and playing a video game, and that's all you're doing. But I would say he's kind of an example of something that I wouldn't mind it going in that direction, because it's it's something that I enjoy doing, and if you can make a living off of it, then why not?
I guess, though, that means that you need to, in order to be able to do that, you need a following, don't you? So you need.
Definitely.
I mean, luckily you've got a nice pool of viewers, and obviously my impression would be that you'd need to maintain consistent numbers. So, how do you do that? I mean, is it just sort of paying attention to what your viewers say and kind of thinking, okay, like invite someone like me to come onto your show, for lack of a better word, onto your stream to talk occasionally, just to kind of mix it up a bit? Or, I mean, how do you think you'll sustain these numbers and hopefully grow them as well, obviously, if you want to kind of make a living out of this?
Well, that's kind of the thing that I've kind of been grappling at. I've only been doing this for, God, 3-4 months max. And my viewer base has really exploded with the World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria beta. And it was kind of, people came for the beta, people come back because they like me for God knows what reason.
Can't hear you. Just letting you know.
What?
I can't hear you. You went silent.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like, where do you go from here? People come, they go, that's fun, that's that's entertaining, but then you kind of still have to keep a lot of content going, and it's really hard to find content. And you've got to try and toy with it. But again, we're also very early on in kind of I guess, development with streaming and trying to really find a market of what do people want me to do? What do they enjoy listening to? What do they enjoy seeing? Because I want to do something that Tally does, but if I do exactly what he does, then it's kind of like it's just another person doing the exact same thing that somebody else is already doing, So, I
Yeah.
mean, where it leads, I don't know. I think this is kind of a great test as far as, maybe people will like it, maybe people won't.
Maybe. I know. I will say that I'm finding this an interesting area that I might go into from a research perspective next, because it suddenly just sort of exploded a bit more on the scene and expanded beyond certain games and certain individuals. So I think it's a relevant topic to study right now. But
Definitely.
what will happen, I don't know. Yeah, and obviously you need to keep it interesting. Are you? I still can't see the chat screen, but I was just wondering, with your viewers, are a lot of them sort of regular stream viewers? Would you identify yourselves as sort of avid stream fans? Like you enjoy the media of streaming? I don't know. You have to tell me what they say, Affinity, because I can't see.
It'll take a while. It's got a delay.
Okay. Cool beans.
I would say there's a lot of familiar faces that have kind of, you see more and more throughout the stream. I guess it really depends. We've got a lot of people that come in and out, and there's a lot of faces that I see talk a lot. And we also, there's obviously a lot of people that, oh god, chat just blew up.
Oh no,
That,
for reals?
like, people just don't talk. There's certain people that love to interact and talk within the chat, and then there's also some people that just listen and don't really interact. So, but apparently stream freaked out, and like everyone said, yeah, they watch regularly. So
That's cool. Okay. Well, okay. Again, I don't mean to put all of you guys on the spot, but it's my prerogative as a researcher. I'm naturally curious. So, but what do you guys think makes a good live stream? Like, what makes you enjoy it and come back more than just once? I'm giving you. I'm actually doing some market research for you, Affinities.
why not?
I'll send you my invoice. You can
You can try refreshing it, and maybe you'll be able to see it. I don't know. Sometimes it
I'll
works,
try
sometimes it doesn't, and it's
I'm
very
so
strange.
bummed.
Interaction. See, they're almost all saying interaction. One guy says bathrobe because I sit in a bathrobe all day, basically my pajamas. The radio
I didn't see you in a
voice.
bathrobe? Really?
I'm in a bathrobe. Yeah.
Oh my god! I couldn't see that. I thought you were just wearing a t-shirt or
No.
something.
I
I hope my
ro-
screen refreshes quickly now. This is intriguing. Oh, now I've just got blood lesion with slashes on it. I could have worn my bathrobe. You mean I didn't have to actually... I was in my bed. I could have...
Hey, you could have just gotten out of bed and
well, it could've
what I
been
do every
scary,
morning: get out of
actually,
bed, put
Oh,
put on
now
a
it's all
bathrobe
gone
and sweatpants,
funky.
and
So-
you're good to go. Yeah, a lot of people are saying epic voice interaction, personality.
How many of you guys listening and viewing are female? I'm very curious to see if you've got a bit of a girl following. I suspect you might do. Because epic voice, that doesn't usually... Guys usually aren't saying other guys. Heterosexual guys aren't usually pointing out each other's epic voices, but I could be wrong.
Well, that's actually quite a few girls, but who knows if they're actually telling the truth.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I do not.
Are you interested in romance? I mean, or is it going to be complicated with your live streaming? I mean, that could affect
You're looking at
live
internet relationships, though, and those are...
Yeah, but you could still. I mean, when I logged in earlier, I think you must have switched screens or something and logged into Vent, and then there was a big flurry of discussion about whether everyone should just log into Vent, and you gave out information you shouldn't have because everyone's going to rate. I mean, if you're having even an internet relationship, it's extremely that's a lot of text-based interaction. She'd have to be very All right, okay. So you're looking for romance, possibly.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. All right. Okay, guys.
Is your chat loading yet? Or probably
No.
not. No, of course
Are
not.
there any good statements being made?
Oh, chat's going by a mile a minute. Typical.
Yay. Oh, and I'm missing all of it, guys. I feel kind of bummed out. If there's any salient comments you want to send me, you can always... Actually, I'm on Manaflask. I think I've got... My account is Ladan C. Durham, which is Durham's my university, so if any of you guys want to send me messages... I'm actually not logged in, but I can. Oh, maybe... No, that can't be the problem. I don't know what the problem is. Anyway, cool.
Okay,
Did you
so
ask me any questions? I've been putting you on the spot.
I don't know if this is a legitimate, like a legitimate thing, but Maria said, ask her if she knows